who will have access to the data from the certified quality reader?
So the data is available. It's on the machine, so you can see the data on the screen. And so you can see what the score is right then and there. Then once the data is offloaded to the computer, then whoever owns the computer has access to that data. The information is shown on a business intelligence platform. And so it's an online dashboard that does automatic analysis. The company owns the dashboard. And so then the company can share that dashboard with whomever they want. So the company can access that data with the specific boat names or supplier names. And then there's a generic report that the company can then share just by sharing just like sharing a website link. And then they can share that data with whomever they want to. We just had a press release that came out, and we had a live link that Francis and Chuck and I made that goes straight to the generic dashboard for last year's Bristol Bay data. And so people could see that.
Yeah, it's really an incredible amount of data, and really user-friendly in that you could look at the date range or see, how does quality change throughout the season, or there's a lot of different metrics that you can use to sort the data. And what we gleaned from it last year was really incredible, and we're excited to get what looks like will be a lot more data from this 2021 fishing season.
Awesome. So we've been talking about the fishermen and the supply chain. How does this help consumers?
That's where it all matters. None of it works if the consumer isn't happy at the end, whether it's at that, the table at the restaurant and they're enjoying that piece of fish, or if they're taking it home and they open up the package and it doesn't smell like fish, and they cook it and the house doesn't smell like fish, but they get this wonderful, delicious, moist meal. And sockeye salmon is such great fish. It's so fatty and buttery, and it's got a great flavor. So many ways to cook it. It's almost foolproof because it's got all that fat in it. And it's just, you can overcook it a little bit and it still stays moist and tender, and it's so delicious. So that's where it really helps the consumer. If we can help everyone in the supply chain identify what's hurting the quality and what's taking quality away from the product, and we can work and improve those different things, we're going to have much better quality down the line. It's going to mean a little bit more money for the fishermen and for the people along the supply chain, and the consumer at the end. Again, they're willing to pay a little more if that fish is always going to be good. So it's always about the consumer and what we can do as supply chain folks or fishermen or processors. We're all working together to deliver that great experience to that consumer. So yes, this is going to help the consumer and everyone along the supply chain.
Right. And it seems like if they have an increase in sales at the retail or even at restaurants, then that would mean more business and more opportunity for the supply chain to produce these quality fish to the market.
Yeah, the fishermen are going to keep fishing because they know they're going to have a place to sell their product for a reasonable price, and everyone gets to support their families and eat great sockeye salmon at the end of the day.
And pretty soon, the higher quality, it does and will produce a positive feedback mechanism, so everybody will benefit. The consumers will, the distributors, and then all the way back up to the fishermen. Because, mixing poor fish and high quality fish is problematic for everybody.
Francis, I applaud Bristol Bay fishermen, for supporting your organization, and then all the work your organization does, working with different universities and folks trying to find the best practices and teach them and train everybody. You guys are doing great work, and you're really, like I said, it's so much better than it was before, and I look forward to helping you guys make it even better.
Thank you. Yeah, the fishermen are here to stay and want to continue to make the fishery a viable and healthy salmon resource.
Awesome. So also, if there are fishermen or any maybe tenders that want to get involved with the project going out in Bristol Bay, is there still opportunity to do that?
Yes, absolutely. They could contact Francis or Chuck or you or me, and we can make it work for sure.
Yes, we have more certified quality readers. We can get them on tenders and boats to start taking measurements. It can help prove your quality of product to your folks you're selling to your processors. And if you're a processor, You can also get them, the CQRs, and start looking at the data and seeing who's doing a good job and using it in your plant to figure out the best handling practices for your product as you're working through your supply chain. So yeah, we're here to work with anyone who needs that help.
Thanks for taking time to learn a little bit more about Bristol Bay salmon and the great quality that is there and we continue to improve. So thanks for taking the time, you guys, and thanks for anyone listening.
Thank
Excellent. And I can, why don't we put a live link to the generic Bristol Bay data from last year? And so if anybody would like to see that, they could go to our webpage and then you'll easily see the data, and then you'll see Bristol Bay 2020 sockeye salmon season, and you can see what some of the data looks like that was streaming in from last year.